This week on Lexington Now, a special look at the annual State of the City County Address. I'm Neil Noah, and welcome to a special edition of Lexington Now for the week of February 1st, 2021. On this special edition of Lexington Now, we take a look at the highlights of the Mayor's annual State of the City County Address, given by Mayor Gorton on January 26th from right here in City Hall.
We are living in one of the most significant times in our city's and in our nation's history. That's the inescapable backdrop for this year's State of the City County speech, an annual report to citizens required by our city charter about the changes our city has experienced over the last year. And what a year it was. Therefore, today, I must begin the speech by talking about COVID-19, which officially moved into Lexington in March and frankly has challenged our community every day since. Our city's 246-year history demonstrates that we are courageous people who have faced many challenges. We're made of strong stuff. We're determined. We persevere until we clear the hurdle, until the challenge is met. While I have absolute faith that we will succeed once again in meeting the challenge we face in coronavirus, I also know, in the oft-quoted words of Robert Frost, we have promises to keep and miles to go before we sleep. In this case, putting COVID behind us. We have promises to keep to ourselves and to one another. Promises to be safe, to be patient, and to have faith. There will be miles to go before we can administer enough vaccines to put COVID in our history books, so we must persevere. Perseverance means doing those things we've been talking about all year, wearing our masks, maintaining social distance, and washing our hands as we gradually get our population vaccinated. Yes, we're all tired of hearing about it. I'm even tired of saying it, but we still need to do it. We have already lost 189 of our citizens to this disease. In their memory, we should commit ourselves to doing what we have to do to avoid losing even more. Perseverance means continuing virtual education for our school children for as long as it's necessary to keep them safe. We all hope they will be back in the classrooms soon. Perseverance means continuing to ensure members of minority communities, which have been disproportionately affected by COVID, have access to testing and vaccines. Perseverance also means continuing to help those who have lost their jobs and are in danger of losing their homes. We have provided more than $3.6 million in rent assistance to just under 1,300 families, and there is more to come. Perseverance means continuing to support our businesses. We have spent $2.5 million on a grant program for small businesses, concentrating on those owned by minorities and women. We have relaxed regulations, allowing them to set up outdoor dining, and waived 2020 liquor license renewal fees to help our hard-hit residents and restaurants. But more assistance may be needed. Perseverance means continuing to make sure everyone has the food they need. We have provided over $808,000 to food banks, including God's Pantry Food Bank, Food Chain, and others. Nourish Lexington, powered by Food Chain, is one of many agencies that has been feeding our community. They also employ local restaurants and caterers, and support Kentucky farmers as they provide over 200,000 made-from-scratch meals. And perseverance means getting a vaccine. Our vaccine task force is working with the state to help streamline distribution of the vaccine. We will do everything we can to get shots in the arms of Lexington citizens as soon as possible. So we are keeping the latest information on our vaccine website at lexingtonky.gov. Now that the vaccines are being given to those over 70, I have gotten my first shot, and I want others to do the same when it's their turn. The vaccine distribution process isn't perfect, but it's improving. As we administer vaccines, perseverance and patience pave the road to get to the goals we all share: in-person schools, an open economy, an open society, life without COVID-19.
More of the mayor's city-county address when we come back.
I wear a mask so I can safely fly out of Lexington Airport to go see my grandson.
Because I like grocery shopping and going out shopping with my daughters.
So I can feel safe when I go shopping or go to the grocery.
In memory of my husband, Bill McCann, who was a community leader, and he would have supported this cause.
Help me and wear yours too.
Help me and wear a mask too.
Welcome back to Lexington Now. We continue our special look at some of the highlights of the mayor's annual State of the City County Address.
Despite the pandemic that has dominated our city, I'm very happy to say Lexington has made significant progress over the past year that we can all be proud of. Today, instead of focusing on coronavirus, I'm going to spend most of my time talking about that progress. Let's start by talking about progress we can all see. Construction work that is bringing dramatic change to the heart of our city. Over the past year, I've learned that COVID-19 has one, and maybe only one, positive side. It tends to speed up construction projects. That is true for the work on Central Bank Center, where we are reinventing Rupp Arena and expanding our convention facilities by 50%. Work on the facility, which began in August 2018, is expected to be complete early next year, several months ahead of early projections. The project is on budget overall. On the convention side, work continues on exhibition halls. A new ballroom with a 50% increase in space is beginning to take shape. This year will bring a dramatic new entrance and lobby and the catwalk, an exterior walkway designed to welcome students walking over from campus. At its heart, this is one of the largest publicly funded jobs projects in our history. The larger, improved facilities will enable Lexington to attract more conventions, creating new economic activity and new jobs downtown. Over the past year, we began construction on Town Branch Commons Trail, which will run through our downtown, past Central Bank Center, and into a new, privately funded Signature Park behind Rupp Arena. Those who use the trail to cycle or walk or rollerblade along Vine Street will be able to get an up-close look at Stand, a sculpture commemorating the historical contributions of Central Kentucky women in the fight for voting rights. The sculpture was put in place in August in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the passage of the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. 2020 was a banner year for trails. We finished the last leg of the Legacy Trail this year, running from Isaac Murphy Memorial Art Garden to the Northside YMCA, and also completed a connector between the Legacy Trail and Town Branch Trail. We completed a challenging consent decree project a year ahead of schedule last year, replacing the 85-year-old Euclid Avenue sewer line. We estimated a $36 million shortfall this year and initially relied heavily on the city's reserve funds to balance our budget. A balanced budget is required by law for local government. However, our budget and finance team's strong fiscal management helped us tighten our belts, and we limited hiring. The economy performed better than expected. All of the facts aren't in yet, but so far we are doing better than we anticipated. Looking forward to our next budget, we expect money to be tight, but with continued strong fiscal management, I anticipate we will be able to provide the services our citizens want, meet our responsibilities, and live within our means. Obviously, the door of economic opportunity must be open to all of our citizens. We know that is not always the case. Last summer, through 59 nights of mostly peaceful protest, our city took an unflinching look at itself in the mirror. And when it was over, the rose-colored glasses had come off, and a lot of us didn't like what we saw. We realized this was a precious opportunity to right some wrongs, to root out systemic racism in our city. I appointed the Racial Justice and Equality Commission on July 1st. This hard-working group of 70 citizens was chaired by Ms. Rosalind Akins and Dr. Gerald L. Smith. After a summer of meetings, they produced a 68-page report with 54 recommendations that touch all corners of our community, including schools, police, healthcare, courts, jobs, economic opportunity, housing, accountability, partnerships, and more. Some require funding, others involve changes in state law. We are working our way through these recommendations and have already put several into action, including programs to provide rental assistance to keep people in their homes and assist with utility costs. Use the mayor's mobile testing program to ensure access to coronavirus testing in areas disproportionately affected by the virus. Testing in Lexington has become a national model. And soon, we will apply what we have learned to vaccine distribution. In addition, as the Commission recommended, we have renamed Cheapside Park. It's now Henry Tandy Centennial Park, and work continues on reimagining the park. We have expanded One Lexington's Safety Net violence intervention program by adding additional street outreach workers who offer resources such as social workers to help families and provide youth with the resources they need to be safe and successful. And thanks to a partnership with UK Healthcare, this violence intervention can now begin at the hospital. Members of the trauma team describe the Safety Net program to the patient and offer to contact a street outreach worker. As the Commission recommended, we are funded for a disparity study to determine whether minority companies are getting their fair share of government contracts. We are purchasing body-worn cameras for all police officers. I am proposing a new government department focusing on housing, which will be part of this year's budget proposal. And we have launched a program to provide access to mental health professionals through a 24-hour crisis outreach team. Finally, today, I want to provide you with a quick update, some from all over government. So, in fire, I appointed a new chief, Jason Wells, and we have graduated 35 probationary firefighters. We have improved and expanded our Richmond Road station and bought 2 new fire trucks. In police, we welcomed 25 new officers to the streets after graduation from the police academy. For the 9th consecutive time, our police department won reaccreditation from the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. And our canine officers moved into a new canine facility. In corrections, I appointed a new division director, Lisa Farmer, the first woman to lead our detention center. And we completed a massive security project installing new wiring and about 600 cameras to ensure the safety of the staff and inmates. In engineering, we completed a number of trails, including the Beaumont Y Trail, Citation Trail, and started work on the Brighton Rail Trail Bridge. We finished a $2.1 million corridor project on Southland Drive. It's designed to improve pedestrian safety and encourage economic activity. In the Department of Environmental Quality and Public Works, last year, employees in the department patched 4,611 potholes, resurfaced approximately 51 miles of roads, cleaned 1,216,710 feet of sanitary sewer, installed 2,237 roadway signs, retimed the traffic lights along 3 major roads, and in waste management, tracked a 99% success rate. In the mayor's office, we continue to work to promote fairness and equity. For the past 2 years, we have continued to increase our human rights campaign Municipal Equality Index score. In 2020, we received our highest score yet, a 95 out of 100. In parks, despite the pandemic, or maybe because of it, we've had record attendance at Raven Run Nature Sanctuary and McConnell Springs. Cultural arts provided numerous open-air performances at Moondance Amphitheater and Castlewood Park, and 5,000 community members safely enjoyed the productions. In planning, a one-stop shop has been established in the Phoenix Building to consolidate information and streamline development permitting processes. The one-stop shop is a single point of contact for overlapping questions involving planning, engineering, traffic engineering, water quality, and building inspection. Yes, COVID-19 has rocked our community, but we've maintained a laser focus on our people and the services they need. Our focus has not wavered, even when faced with plummeting revenues and rising infection rates, shuttered businesses, and the rise of unemployment claims to historic levels, and the loss of most of our favorite traditions, and more. Instead, we've moved forward calmly, one step at a time, in safety, and steady as we go. But the minute COVID-19 is in our rearview mirror, I predict we will soar economically, culturally, and educationally. So get ready, Lexington. The sun is setting on COVID-19. The future is on our horizon. Thank you so much.
Most meetings at City Hall continue to run virtually, but we are bringing many of these meetings to you live. Check out our website for the most accurate and up-to-date coverage of city business. And for the latest on how the city is handling the pandemic, visit our official response site, including testing sites. Simply click on the banner at the top of our homepage. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.